Sarija Pasha, tell me exactly what you have seen, because my instructions will be precise.
The troops are ready. The artillery already in position. The enemy's morale is low, and ours is high. We are ready to fight just as soon as you give the command.
When Mahmud Pasha arrives, we will send him to Emperor Constantine. Mahmud Pasha, we must again offer Constantine a chance for peaceful surrender. But he is known to be stubborn. If he rejects it, then the first cannon shots will be fired after Fajr prayer tomorrow. Perhaps that alone will convince them to surrender.
I hope so, Sultan.
And I pray to Allah that you can convince him with all of your skillful diplomacy.
Inshallah.
Oh, Allah. Guide Constantine to realize the strength of our army and show him the way to peaceful surrender.
Ameen, Ya Allah.
Leave now. We must know Constantine's decision before nightfall.
From Sultan Muhammad II, son of Sultan Murad II, to Constantine XI, Emperor of Constantinople. First, if you surrender the city without fighting, there shall be no harm or loss of wealth and human casualties. Otherwise, know that we have surrounded the city, and our army is positioned to attack. Second, I have sent to you Mahmud Pasha, and he has full authority to negotiate with you regarding all issues, including the terms of your surrender.
Does Sultan Muhammad really believe what he has written there?
Sultan Muhammad is convinced. And so are the thousands of soldiers gathered in front of your walls.
Then it seems, Alexei, that Muhammad still hasn't grown up. Muhammad's father and his forefathers also stood before these walls, but they were never able to overcome the strength of our city's defenses. Your people must be mad, thinking our city is surrounded by just a garden fence.
I don't mean to insult you, Emperor, but clearly you have forgotten some very important details. First, no army this large and this strong has ever stood in front of the walls of Constantinople. Second, Constantinople has never been this weak before. Sultan Muhammad knows you cannot gather enough soldiers to fight against us. He also knows that the people of the city are oppressed, and their morale is low. And third, the huge cannons that the Ottoman government possesses need 50 pair of oxen to pull them. You have seen these yourself, and the people of the city must also see them every day. Even if your walls were twice as large, you would not be able to resist these cannons.
Is that so, Mahmud Pasha? Let me show you something. Come this way. These trenches surrounding Constantinople, do you have any idea how wide they are, Mahmud Pasha?
Yes, they're exactly 30 feet wide.
Huh? Well, do you know how deep they are. Hmm?
At their lowest point, 12 feet.
You probably also know that the thickness of the outer wall is 12 feet and the inner wall is 18 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose, Mahmud Pasha, you know their height as well, huh? Do you?
Rest assured, sir, we have already done this research.
Then how can you hope to overcome them? What will you depend on?
You forget the strength of our mighty cannons, Emperor.
Even your Sultan doesn't believe in these cannons. Otherwise, why are there so many naval ships in the strait? Even though it's blocked by chains. Are they there to go fishing, or do they just like the view from the water?
Truly, sir, I did not come to talk about the height of your walls, or the view from the water, or who in our army likes to go fishing.
Then tell us, why have you come, Mahmud Pasha?
I came to say that the army of Constantinople has no refuge and no escape. I have come to warn you about the strength of the army that surrounds you. Their numbers and their state of mental and physical readiness far surpasses anything Constantinople has to offer. Sultan Muhammad does not want to insult you. He has brought such a massive force so that you may honorably surrender. He loves Constantinople, and he does not want to destroy it.
And is this how you show your love?
If you truly love Constantinople, you would surrender the city in the face of such a massive force. And you can be sure that the residents of Constantinople will not encounter the slightest harm or injustice. Sultan Muhammad is still prepared to negotiate a peaceful surrender and give you all the necessary guarantees and assurances. Otherwise, we'll attack. I don't want to think about that. Constantinople and its people don't deserve that. You do them injustice if you choose to fight us. I shall leave now. There is no blame on us after this. We obeyed the orders of our true religion, and have offered you all peace. You have until tomorrow to accept. Otherwise, the cannons will fire at sunrise.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
O Allah, you are peace, and you bestow peace. You are the glorified, almighty, the most high.
In the name of God, only upon him do we rely. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Fire the first cannon! Cannons!
Sultan Muhammad continued to bombard Constantinople's walls for days to weaken the morale of its soldiers before initiating the infantry's attack.
Listen, Zagnos Pasha. You must secure the fort from this side. The area of the Gulf up to the wooden door is under your trust. Do not engage them in any combat. Hold your position without fighting. You must build some type of bridge that will make the walls more accessible from the Gulf. But we will discuss this in detail later. Now speak, Sarija Pasha.
Oh, Sultan, for 6 days we have been shelling the walls. Now they are all but destroyed. But the troops are losing patience. They want to attack.
Not yet. The shelling must continue for 10 days, as we decided, because our ground preparations are not complete.
Oh, Sultan! We've just received the word. 3 Venetian warships are approaching us from the Marmara Sea.
Then it must be reinforcements. They must not reach the chain to enter the Gulf. Quickly, convey this message to Balta Olu. He must intercept and destroy them before they come near the Gulf. But you must not leave the chain unguarded.
Will they land on this shore instead of going to the Gulf?
Perhaps, but this might be a trick.
Yes.
And they're still approaching.
What should we do then, sir?
We must guard the shore. Turn the helms to starboard! Hurry! Hurry! Move it!
Finally, the south winds we haven't been waiting for. Quickly, open the sails!
Open the sails! Open the sails! Open the top sails!
Prepare yourselves. They think we are headed for the land. Now turn and head for the Gulf!
Head for the Gulf!
They're retreating! They're returning to the open sea! They're using huge sails on their ships.
Their speed has increased. What do you think? Could our boats catch up and force them to surrender?
I don't know, but if they had come to land, we would have captured them.
Move quickly! They might use their lead and turn toward the chain! They have the winds behind them! Don't let them get away!